the historical context within which the genocide occurred? Describe the geography and the racial ethnic makeup of the country.
Cambodia is located in Asia, bordering Thailand and Laos in the north and Vietnam in the east. It is located in the south-central region of Indo-Chinese Peninsula. To the southwest of Cambodia is the Gulf of Thailand. Over 80% of the population is Khmer, and the rest is either Vietnamese, Chinese, or is a minority. Buddhism is the main religion practiced in Cambodia, and the other religions practiced are Christianity along with Islam. In the 19th century, France had control of Indochina, which consisted of the countries Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam. When Cambodia's king Norodom Sihanouk came into power, he was able to finally win independence from France in 1953. The Vietnam War came into Cambodia in the 1960s and 70s, causing the communist rebels to come into Cambodia to escape the U.S. military forces. Who were the targets, and what was the reasoning given for them to be the targets? How was the genocide implemented?
The target of the genocide were the innocent Cambodian people. The Khmer Rouge led the genocide, and they wanted an independent communist state that allowed no room for family, religion, or money. The leader of the Khmer Rouge was Pol Pot. They did not like the way that Cambodia was previously held in terms of their systems, such as religion, political views, social aspects, and more. They were against all sorts of social evils, such as crime, rape, and alcohol. The Khmer Rouge held Cambodians in labor camps with brutal torture, and an estimated 1.7 to 4 million Cambodians died during the 4-year span of the Khmer Rouge's reign.
What was the international community's response to the genocide?
The U.S. provided $25 million worth of food to Cambodia after they requested it. A U.S. law was passed under the Agricultural Act. The U.S. spent money to give out food, medical supplies, and aid through the United Nations agencies to Cambodia. Assistant Secretary in the U.S., Richard Holbrooke, was sent to the refugee camps in Thailand. Holbrooke found that a lot of the U.S. shipments for Cambodia were given to Vietnam instead. How did the genocide end? Have there been attempts made to bring those responsible to justice? How successful have these attempts been? Who is culpable and responsible for this genocide?
In 2001, legislation passed a law in Cambodia ordering a trial for the Khmer Rouge leaders regarding their role in the genocide. 2 former leaders named Nguyen Che and Khieu Samphan were sentenced to death in prison for organizing large evacuations of Cambodians from their homes. The Khmer Rouge is responsible for this genocide, with leader Pol Pot, who led the belief system of Marxism. The genocide began in April 17, 1975, when Vietnam invaded Cambodia to overthrow and conquer the Khmer Rouge. Vietnam fought the Khmer Rouge in a civil war to ensure the Khmer Rouge would not rule Cambodia again. The Soviet Union, Vietnam, and Cuba were supporting the Vietnam regime of Heng Samrin in Cambodia. The genocide ended on January 7, 1979. What should we do as a global community to learn in order to avoid repeating such a tragic event in the future?
In order to prevent ourselves from repeating such a tragic event in the future, we should address the event in schools worldwide to educate students about the tragedy of genocide. This is important because it will teach them what is wrong with genocide and how brutal it really is, and how it should never be repeated. How was the genocide executed, and what were its conditions?
The tool sling was a killing field, which was surrounded and covered by electrical fencing and barbed wire in attempts to prevent prisoners from freeing themselves and escaping. There were small nooks used as prison cells with engraved words on the walls and bloodstains. The Cambodian People's Revolutionary Council was established in Phnom Penh following Vietnam's invasion into Cambodia. Civilians fled their homes in rural locations due to the fact that Pol Pot and his army were too close. These people immigrated to larger villages where they were more protected by the Vietnamese